Well, good morning and welcome to Singletrack Does Camping, or bikepacking, or whatever we want to call it this week. So what we have here are 3 sleeping mats for different specific uses. On this side we have the Exped Winterlight LW. Now this is a down-filled mat that's used for extreme conditions. This will go down to 0 degrees Fahrenheit. This is a pretty impressive bit of kit. Then what we have in the middle is the ALPKIT NUMO. This is the lightest version of the 3 bags that we've got, or if you want to call them mats, because that's what they are. This is a bit smaller than either of the other 2, but it's noticeably lighter. This only weighs about 511 grams. This is your 2 to 3 season super lightweight version. And then on this side we have the THERMAREST NEOAIR, the SV. Now this is more your car camping type of mat. This weighs over 1 kilogram, so it's a hefty bit of kit. However, it does feature THERMAREST's new speed valve technology, which works on the Bernoulli principle. Now I have no idea what that is either until I read about it, but what we're going to do is get Mark to demonstrate blowing all 3 of them up. Now they all have a different approach to inflation. This one is like a dry bag with, you just blow into it and then the air gets sucked in. On this particular one, it's a simple on-off valve, so that's what probably most people are used to using at the moment. And then on this side, we have the Exped, which got the wonderfully named schnozzle bag, which is effectively a big dry bag. Same kind of approach as you use with pack rafts. So what we'll do, we'll get Mark, the lovely Debbie McGee, to start blowing them up for us. So, Mark has the THERMAREST NEOAIR Camper SV for speed valve. This is a serious bit of kit. It's the heaviest of the ones on test, but it's also got the most interesting valve approach. Now, to be fair to Mark, he has tried this one before. I think his record was 7 puffs. So if we just zoom in and see what happens is, there is a black bag which effectively acts as the seal. So if you push that into the opening, and then Mark with a bit of puff, now what I find particularly impressive about this is that that is pretty much full, and that's only taking a few puffs of Mark's limited breath. Now what you do here is you roll it up and then you seal it with the 2 clips. And then, Mark, if you could be so good as to lie down. And how do you feel after that? Out of puff or quite happy?
Quite out of puff, but also happy. ALPKIT.
This is the NUMO. This is the lightest weight mat we have on test. And what we have here is the lovely Mark Alker taking out of the wrapper. And then what he's going to do is blow it up, and we'll see how long this takes. So, Mark, in your own time, please. So that's a good effort, Mark. And how was that?
That was quite a lot of effort required, because obviously the baffles, each of these are quite, the holes between them are quite small. So to get that last one up, I was having to blow really quite hard. Right, so which way up does this go? Does it have logo up?
It has the logo up, and then if you'd care to lie on it, your brand new surfboard. Now something else you may notice from this, that Mark is, I'm sure he won't forgive me, or he might forgive me for saying this, but he's quite short for a tall man.
5'6".
Big in stature but small in height. 5'6", and there's not a lot of length in that. So I'm over 6'1", and if I go in that, either my head's off the end or my feet are off the end. So that's part of the reason it is so lightweight, because it's not the biggest mat available. And also, if we look down on Matt right now, there's not really a lot of width in that either. So it's a really good lightweight option, but there are drawbacks with it. Exped Down Mat Winterlight LW. Now this is a bit of an interesting one, because instead of having to blow it up, we use what's called the schnozzle bag. Now what makes this an interesting bag is that, unlike the ALPKIT, which is only partially insulated, this is a fully insulated mat. It features a tapered construction, but the LW version, which stands for long and wide, it gives you a lot more length, strangely, and a lot more width. Now this is the schnozzle bag that Mark's got. Now what you do is you just get some air in, and then you blow through like that. The valve itself self-seals, so there's no worry about air popping out. And now, if you'd be so good, Mark, as to lie on your Exped themed surfboard, noticeably longer and wider than the ALPKIT and a good 9 centimetres thick to boot. Mark, what do you think of this?
I'm thinking this is good. Notice that my arms are actually resting at my sides on the bed and not on the grass like they did with the ALPKIT.
Excellent. And another feature of this particular mat is that when you look down here, past Mark's pasty arms, is this is slightly raised, so you're less likely to roll off. And the design of it is such that if you're a side sleeper, then it's just as comfy as if you sleep on your back. So there, Mark, in the side sleeping mode. Please get your thumb out your mouth. Thanks, Mark. So, that is the Exped Down Mat LW. Bum, 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 bum.